DANDADAN in a nutshell. Alright, so the show starts with Momo being like, and bro's like, I said, if you ain't gonna let me know cash, then ass. And Momo's like, who the freak do you think you're talking to? The guy with the buzz cut's like, man, get the freak out of here. And then he just kicks her in the chest. Momo's out cold. And the guy's like, what are you gonna do? Do something, I dare you. I'm gonna break up with you. Now Momo's like, my first boyfriend beat me up.
Why'd you fall for him anyway?
He looked like Hen Takakura.
You're such a dork.
Momo's like, what? What's wrong? What? A girl can't dream? What's wrong with you guys? He had potential. No, he didn't. And now Momo's having a rat girl summer right now. Like, man, why the world have to do this to me? And that's when she sees a man getting bullied. And this guy's like, let's put this magnet and throw it at him. But that's when Momo comes and saves the day. You're like, damn, not messing with her.
Bunch of losers.
Here's this guy's like, wait, you want to see my aliens? Momo's like, I don't want to be friends with you. Don't you want to learn about Trump and the reptilians? Nope, not really. The US has admitted that UAPs exist. Who cares? Okay, bye-bye. And here Okuran makes a vital mistake by getting at her face. I don't care. I hate you. I hate you. You freaking nerd. Get the freak out of my face. All that nerdy stuff you're saying, that's the reason why nobody likes you. Damn. She just destroyed this guy's life. Right here is more Momo's like, tiptoe. Let me grab this book. Pat. This book is beautiful. I didn't mean that. I don't believe aliens are real, but I believe ghosts are.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
Bro is just giddy. And so now the two of them are fighting. And Momo's like, for your information, my grandma's a spirit medium. It's totally wacky, dude. They be spazzing out. And Momo's like, you ever go on a ride in a UFO? And Okuran's like, I bet you won't kiss me. And Momo's like, I bet you I will. Ooh, what's going on here? I see that she's got a new boyfriend. And her friend's like,
get it, girl.
So right here is where they make a deal. Momo's like, you have to go somewhere haunted. And if you end up seeing a ghost, you have to end up being my gopher. And Okuran's like, if you see an alien, then you had to be my gopher. And you don't want to be my gopher. So yeah, now Momo's in the haunted hospital. And she's like, dog, this place is creepy, bro. What the freak going on here? She creeping around. Look at her face. She looks so terrified. And Okuran's like, hey, I hope you don't get abducted. What is abducted? When an alien kidnaps you, they experiment on your body. And Momo's like, have they ever experimented on you? Usually people have their memories wiped, so I don't know. And Momo's like, man, you freaking liar. And meanwhile, we see this freaking dude standing in the dark. The dude follows her. And then now we cut to Ukurun. Alright, so Ukurun is going in. And bro, listen to Momo.
Oh, you're so scared.
Alright, so here's where Okuran looks into the tunnel. That's when he starts looking into the infinite void. And he's like, dog, what the freak is in there? Momo's like, ghosts don't like loud noises. That's what they say online.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
Okuran's like, what? What the freak, you freaking liar? Okuran, you want to hear something special? My parents are dead. My family's weird, Okuran. I want to tell you something. When I was a little kid, I had to do this ritual for good luck. Grandma made me hold that pose the whole way to school. And if I didn't do it, Grandma would be mad. But when the kids saw, they took the elf dance on me. They made fun of me. And then the worst happened. The boy I liked started emoting on me. Oh my god. And after that, I couldn't do it ever again. And then she ended up going home and blaming it on our grandma. Momo's like, the truth is, my grandma and her being a medium are special to me. She took me in and raised me all by herself, and that's why I believe in ghosts. Things start getting really vibey. They just start walking around. And that's when Okuran sees footsteps, and he's like, what the freak? He looks behind him and he's like, okay, thank God, nothing's there. And then when he turns around, we see Turbo Grand.
Let me gobble your dog.
And Okuran starts spazzing out. He's like, man, I gotta get the freak out of here. I don't believe in ghosts. And Momo's like, stop running. As soon as she says that, the whole thing just starts turning red. And that's when Turbo Granny starts darting towards Okuran. And then just gobbles on the slime. And Momo's like, oh no, not my boyfriend. No, not my boy. And then that's when she's like, what's going on here? She tries to run, and then she just gets jumped. And the alien right now is like,
we are a friendly species.
Right now, Momo's like, get me out of this thing. I want to go home. And the alien's like, we must reproduce. Our species need to regain reproductive functions. We need your banana organs. And Momo's like, man, I gotta get the freak out of here. He's like, get away from me, you creepy. Oh my god. Oh, dang. And Elon is getting extra suspicious, man. I'm entering her brain. Momo's like, fucking hell, bro. And as things are about to get dangerous, That's when there's a little phone call. Boop, 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 boop. And as soon as he opens it, boom, Miss Turbo Granny. Things just start getting crazy. She just runs up to this guy, freaking bites on him, sends him flying into a wall. And that's when we see Ogeron spazzing out. Oh my god. And this is when Elon starts to rip off his skin, and that's when he turns into a I don't know what the freak that is. But yeah, Elon just blasts Turbo Granny. Alright, so right here is where we get to hear something sad. All Ogeron's wanted. Ever since grade school, he's been staring at the sky, looking for aliens. And no matter how many times he called for aliens, they never came to him. The boys kept bullying him, and the aliens ignored him. But Momo stood up for him. And for that, he's going on a new level. He's going on a new level. Look at this man. Momo's like, get him, get him.
I don't think I can save you.
Barely even tried to.
Oh no, Elon's back at it again. And Momo's like, oh god. And she starts spazzing out. She's like, and now we enter into a flashback. All the other kids keep making fun of me because of your stupid ritual. Firm up the muscles in your tummy and picture your chi shooting out from the top of your head. And then Momo's like, I hate it. I won't do it again. I'm not gonna get bullied again. Momo's like, why am I remembering that now? I didn't hate my grandma. He's like, I'm sorry, grandma. And then boom, Momo awakens her psychic ability. And then Elon's like, she's on a different level. I can't beat her. My grandma's not a fake. She's an honest to God medium. Take this, Elon, and die, go fly. Sends this man flying straight into a wall outside of a moon. And then it turns out that the moon's a UFO. And Momo's like, man, I gotta get the freak out of here. That's when Turbo Granny comes out of nowhere. Turbo Granny's like, man, what the freak? Who the freak are you? Kid's dong is all mine. As long as I have it, it's a goner. If you want it, go back to the tunnel, you tacky bitch. And yeah, the scene freaking ends with the UFO just blowing up a building.
I was snatched by aliens.
And now they're just like, man, I don't know what to do here. I guess they gotta go defeat Turbo Granny. And Momo's like, wait a second, you're trying to go alone? No, you're not. We could do it together.
Sorry, I'm an awkward guy.
Awkward guy? Doki doki. Did he just say one of Ken Takakura's lines? Calm down. What was your name again?
Ken Takakura.
Boom! Her brain is exploding. You can feel the doki doki in her toenails, bro. Bro, what is this angle? Cameraman trying to catch some alien coochie. Trying to find something slimy. Anyways, so right here, Momo's like, don't say your name. Wait, what? Ken Takakura? Freaking crackhead. Get away from me. I won't believe your name. You're not using that name no more. Alright, so the scene cuts. Your Momo just starts teasing Ogeron so much that he freaking farts himself.
Ew! Don't you go farting at me.
Alright, so they made it to Momo's house. And as soon as dude tries to walk inside, he just gets set on fire. Momo grabs him and yeets him into the water. Alright, so right here, Momo says, can you close the door so I can change? Ogeron closes the door, but then he's like, Momo, are you done yet? Are you done? Ogeron, chill. Get your ass to the back of the bus. Alright, so right here, Momo's like, so, what happened to your thing? He takes a look. Ah, hell nah. I'm like you now, Momo. Momo's like me? Hold up, twins. All right, so right here they're fighting, but that's when the doorbell starts ringing. And Momo's like, I've never heard that doorbell before. Nah, bro, this is scaring me. Apparently the doorbell's for evil spirits. Nah, dude, that dude is huge out there. Freaking Incredible Hulk out there, bro. Oh no. No, the freaking boogeyman's here. Alright, so right here, this guy's mad that they didn't keep their promise. Oh no! They running like they're running from the tax collector. No, bro, it's wild. Wait, hold up. Why is bro doing some dance moves? What the? Bro's kind of fresh with it. Look at the moves. Alright, so right here is where Ogeron looks at his hand and he's like, you know what, Momo? I can take on the boss. And right here is where we get to see Ogeron's new form. Oh, hold up. Yeah, look at Ogeron's new form. He said yeah, I'm ready to go. And man, Momo's liking his aura. She's like, stop it. Please don't give me a kiss. You better not do it, I'm telling you. I'd hate it for sure. But bro is not interested. Walks up to the guy. He gets slapped. Momo's like, yeah. Damn. Not my hubby. But it turns out Ogeron chopped off his fingers. Oh man, what's going on here? Alright, so right here we learned that Ogeron's body cannot handle Turbo Granny's power. Right here, they just start going crazy. They're just charging him. They blow at his leg. But that's when bro does a backflip, grabs Momo and yeets her, and then gives her a chest shot. Oh, hold on. Momo's going crazy right now.
Nothing pisses me off more than a cheater. Bring it, wimp.
Oh my god, he's beating him up Dragon Ball Z style. Wait, baby Ray, what is this? What's this tomfoolery? But here's the plot twist. This was all part of Momo's plan. She grabs Okuran with her ability, slaps this thing on the wall, and sets this man on fire. Bro did not deserve that. Bro, look at Okuran. Yo, what happened to bro's hair? Sick. And right here, Momo gets a little dizzy and she passes out. And that's when the worst happens. Okuran just fully turns into Turbo Granny. Oh no, bro's fiending right now. What you doing over there, Turbo Granny? What you doing? But here's where bang, a nail just gets sent flying towards her. And that's where we meet Momo's grandma. Oh no, bro. Oh my god, she's doing him dirty. She's doing her dirty. Oh, grandma versus grandma. Don't worry, Momo. Okarun is completely fine. Do you guys see what I see? Can I get up? Run, Momo, quick, Momo. He might be dead. He might be dead.
Okarun!
Bro, we're just chilling. Oh man, Momo, what's going on here? Alright, so right here is where Okarun's like, you know what, Momo? Next time, I'm gonna be the one saving you. I won't disappoint you. Oh no, what's he about to do? Is he about to confess?
I'm thirsty.
Alright, so right here is when we learn how Momo's abilities work. Or more so, she's kind of like training right now. Yep, you heard that right. She's training on someone who has to use the bathroom.
Don't go dropping loads in other people's houses. It's bad manners.
Bro, let that man in. Why are they doing him so dirty? Oh no. Okay, so right here, they're just having a normal conversation. But that's when Turbo Granny shows up. And she's like, you, me, we're fighting at my tunnel tonight. So they get ready to leave. But that's when her grandma comes and gives her a hug and is like, don't die on me, Momo. But I don't know, man. I don't think she's surviving. All right, so Momo's taking off the get up and she's put on some drip.
And looking fire is what hypes me up for a fight.
The words of a dead man. Look at Okarun. He's like, this girl's gonna get me killed. My peen is gone. Alright, so they made it to Turbo Granny's lair. And he hits her with a ladies first. And then Momo hits him with, but what if I start crying? You gotta love Momo. Momo's goated, bro. Alright, so right now, Momo's kinda, look at her eyes, man. She's a little goofy right now. Okarun is not gonna end too well, bro. I say you just head out right now. Oh my god. Who brought Connie's mom into DANDADAN? What the frick, bro? She just munched on those bats. Okarun's going to attack her. But that's when Okarun loses his curse ability.
And now the curses are all gone.
This is when Momo, as soon as she's about to get bit, comes up with a plan.
What's the matter? You scared to race?
And look at what happens. Turbo Granny instantly slows down. And that's what Turbo Granny freaking turns into a freaking... Oh my god. Which way she looking, bro? I don't know. That's what happened to me when I look at Nami. Right now, Turbo Granny like, alright, we can race. I'm gonna dust y'all fools. Where the finish line at? No finish line. All you gotta do is catch us. We'll start running and you'll start counting. So right now they start running, but their legs are too short. There goes Momo. He's like, no, we didn't get the kiss yet. Oh no. She's coming for Okarun. Oh wait, hold up.
I'm gonna suckle your
Bro's going crazy right now. Okarun's playing fetch. Bro Granny's letting out a little little freaking, what's going on here? What's going on, bro? Okarun's holding on for dear life. And right here's where, oh no, she takes over Okarun's body. And that's when we hear a little Momo vocal. I can grab you even though I can't see you. I'ma squeeze on your soul. And she yanks Granny out of Okarun's body. Alright, so right here, Momo's all hyped up. She's like, let's go, Okarun. Turbo Granny right now is like, darn cotton pickers, what the freak you doing here? I'm about to go full George Washington. And then she just calls her hubby. And bro's like, what y'all do with my girl? And they start chasing the duo. They're like, oh, hell no. They're screaming like, what the freak? Turbo Granny's like, turn around, you dumbass. All right, so right here, Okarun is turned into speed mode. Oh, looky, you're kind of easy to grab right now. Bad news, babe. I can't turn, you're too heavy. Dives off the freaking freeway, bro. And then he just starts spinning with his legs and turns into a helicopter. And they think they're chilling right now. But that's when the crab comes from the top rope. Okarun's doing it. He's like, Momo, you're so heavy. Please get off of me. And then Momo's like, hold up, Okarun. I got a plan. Eventually, she dumps some hot water onto the crab to boil him alive. All Alright, so right here, people running towards them. And that's when Turbo Granny is like, you think you can get away? Nah, boy, I'm gonna have you cotton picking to the rest of your lives. For the rest of your lives, I said. Yeah, so she got zombies coming after them now, and they freaking running like Usain Bolt. Okuran, go all out again. Wait, seriously? Even if I did, we wouldn't make it out the city. Momo's like, listen to me. I'll give you a kiss later. Bro, what is even going on right now? What the freak? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's maximum fall damage right there. But luckily, Momo has a genius plan to turn her hands into wings. Momo's like, oh, man, down. But here's where Momo realized, I let go of Turbo Granny. Turbo Granny comes in here. Freaking bodies though. And she's like, yo, thought you can outsmart me. Nah, I don't like people that don't respect their elders. Also, your grandma. Oh. But Turbo Granny's not done, bro. She's beefing with them. She's like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate your grandma. I hate your kin. And then she turns into a giant crab. And she says so. I like my bitches to run. You got 20 minutes to run. And here Momo's like, all I need is 1 second. My power allows me to reach out to anything. Watch this. Ooh, look at me grab this train. Ooh. And Turbo Granny's like, get back here, you freaking goons. And that's when she freaking jumps onto the train. But right here is where Momo's like, you can't get away from me. You just hopped onto a train straight to Loserville. The winner of this race is me. Boom. You messed with the wrong girl. And that's when a whole bunch of spirits just come leaking out of Turbo Granny. Momo's like, man, what the freak? Alright, so right now things just started getting crazy again, bro. They're just fighting over crabs after they just fought a crab. And you already know Momo was the one who was like, grandma, give me a crab. Right here, Okuran's like, I don't have much of an appetite. You guys can have my crab. They instantly grab that joint. They're like, loser. Even the grandma calls him a jackass for no reason. Seiko comes up to him and is like, you're way too bitchy for a guy. You sure you got your peen back? In fact, I want to see it. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Let me see. Alright, so right here, Okuran's like, wait a second. Is this goodbye? Am I about to leave my humanoid waifu? And Momo's like, goodbye? Is this goodbye or goodbye? And right here is where Momo's like, Okuran, see you tomorrow. And Okuran's like, yes. Oh man. Okuran, is that who I think it is? He tries to walk right past her. But then Momo's like, why hello there. You're late. Dude, Okuran. The alien said they had no girls on their planet. I bet their ship smelled like a locker room. Ooh, I wonder what type of food they ate. What do you think? And bro right now is out of it. He's like, I know how to make squirrel noises. That's cool. See you later, you little comedian. Alright, so right now Okuran's trying to play it cool. He's trying to pretend like he's reading. But you already know he's not reading nothing, bro. Bro is dreaming. Oh my god. Someone just threw a ball at him. So right now we cut to Momo ISA. Right now she's chilling. You see that light flicking past her face? Her friend's trying to get her attention, but she is in the zone.
Yo, maybe she hooked up with her dirtbag ex. Just thinking about the good times and it's making her squirm.
Bro, what the Alright, so right now we get a quick little montage. Okuran says, I want to talk to Miss Ayase about ghosts. She totally wanted to talk to me earlier, but I was so nervous. She's gonna think I'm a jerk. Meanwhile, I want to talk to Okuran. I want to talk about if aliens poop or if they wear underwear. How could I be such a dumb dummy? Why didn't I talk to her? I want to talk to Okuran. I have to fix this no matter what. I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him. Alright, so right here, Momo and King try to find each other all day. But no matter where they go, they can't find each other. But eventually, they walk towards each other and then, oh my god, what the freak? They're both like, oh, what are you doing here? I was looking for you the whole time. I was looking for you. You weren't there.
You guys were kissing.
And so now they just start dissing each other. And Momo's like, nah, you think I would kiss this fool? Look at this stupid baldy over here. Okuran's like, you're so stupid. You don't even know what hair is. And they just start randomly dissing each other. And they have a whole beef.
They're talking to each other.
But here's when the worst happens. Okuran goes to the bathroom and he's like, my balls are gone. And so right now, Momo's being teased. She's like, dude, leave me alone. I'm not in love with him. And that's when Okuran throws up some gang signs. And yeah, the girls are like, oh, this guy's a big nerd. And Okuran needs to talk to her about his little problem. His two little problems, you could say. All right, so right now, Momo continues to be mean. She's like, he's not my boyfriend. And so Okuran's like, this morning, you were completely fine with talking to me. What happened? again. You did say you didn't want to talk to me. Listen, Momo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're all I think about. And yeah, Momo just continues the diss. He clearly does not want to be seen with them. I didn't know being friends with me embarrassed you that much. Even her friends like, damn, why you gotta do bro like that? And then here we see Momo in ultra detail. Yeah, so right here is where Okarun's walking in the hallway. And that's when he runs into this pink-haired girl. And he's like, hold up, what's going on here? Why is this girl talking to me? She's like, oh, I'm sorry for running into you. But this is when pink hair does the unthinkable. What the frick? Yeah, he definitely gotta get out of there. Right here, the girl's like, you're so kind. Ooh woo. And bro hears the ooh woo and he's like, oh god. Meanwhile, Momo's like, I'm the bad guy here. I shouldn't have done that to him. Plot twist. Boom, she freaking sees him with the new girl. And they're like, giggle, giggle. And she puts her hand on Okarun. But here's where we're hit with the double plot twist. Pink hair girl starts dissing Okarun. She's like, his face was so goofy. Look at that nerd. He totally fell for me. Fun having dork drool over me. That was probably the first time he's ever been touched by a girl. Momo hears it and bang, she just hits her with a metal pot. And she is out. She is out cold, out lickety split. And that's when the culprit comes to Okarun and is like, Okarun, you want to walk me home? You look so cool in your glasses. And then she gives the pink hair girl a mean glare. My attitude today was the worst. She's like, sorry, I got really flustered when we, kissed earlier. Yeah, I totally get that. I'm just glad we can be friends again. And here they are, just both blushing. They're like, She literally says nothing and just looks into the camera. But here's where Okarun remembers. He's like, wait a second. I forgot what my mission was. And this is where he tells her his balls are gone. They're gone. They're disappeared. When I saw my shaft there, I was so relieved I forgot to check the rest. And Grandma's like, boy, you know you ain't got no shaft. All right, so right here is where Grandma has bring me a doll. There's something weird here. Yeah, so Grandma right here just having fun beating him. So here's where we get to see that the color of Okarun's aura has changed to red. Oh, what the frick is going on here? It is ripped out his soul. Momo's like, Grandma, I don't know where she went. And here's where we get to see the cursed spirit entered into the cat. And that's when we learn is Turbo Granny. Right here, Turbo Granny's like, once my power's back, I'm gonna crash out. Momo's like, you can talk scary all you want, but in the end, we can slap you up again. And that's when she's like, Okarun, I want you to grab a knife and kill these bitches. And that way you can get your balls back. And Okarun does not like the way she's talking. Oh man, what's going on here? Turns out that only her consciousness made it into the doll. So now here's where she starts sweating buckets, bro. And now we get to see some grandma violence. Oh my god. Oh my god. Momo tries to make a deal with Turbo Granny. He's like, let's chill out and be nice. Here's the deal. If you give his balls back, we'll give back your power. Fine. But just to let you guys know, I lost his balls. So now we get a lure on Ken's balls. He's like, you're 5 centimeters long. Man, this sucks. We'll never be able to find his balls. Granny's like, that's your problem. After hearing that, they just start jumping Turtle Granny. They just start stomping on her. God ding dong, ding dong. All right, it's the morning. That's when this dude comes is like, dude, what's up, Okarun? Are you and Icy a thing? Sadly, Okarun says, no. He's like, Icy super cute, don't you think? And when Okarun hears this, he's like, wait a second. Oh, she is kind of cute. I never thought about that. Sweet Jiminy Christmas. And then he's like, hold up, wait, she's my friend. It's not even like that. But here's where Okarun hears the unthinkable. He's like, you guys have done it, right? I heard she's kind of like a corn star. Okarun's like, can you repeat that real quick? Okarun starts getting pissed. FYI, dude, Momo ain't that kind of girl. And he just absolutely presses this guy. It wasn't me, I swear it wasn't me. I didn't start the rumor about her. And Okarun's like, oh, my bad, little bro. All right, so here's where we meet the legend herself, Ira. And she has a grudge against Momo.
In order to get back at that bitch, I started a rumor she's a slut.
Yeah, that's a pretty valid crash out. And then we learn that Ira thinks that Momo has demon wings. And so now Arai's like, I'm gonna find that demon and slaughter her. After all, my beauty is angelic. And this is why I am the one that owns the golden ball. I am the one. I will save everyone from all evil. God bless my soul. It's my duty as a beautiful girl. And here's where we get to see fate. The golden ball drops and then just lands on Ira's head.
Stupid flipping.
And as she holds it up, that's where we see in the background Turbo Granny getting destroyed. He's like, what's going on here? So now Ira just holds the ball with her. All right, so Ira's friends brought some of the supplies that she needs to take out Momo. And their friends are like, Ira, you've been kind of weird lately. And then Ira's like, oh, guys, look at this. Don't you see that? I don't think anything's there. All right, so here's where we learn that if someone touches the golden ball, that means they can see spirits, which means that spirits can see them. And that's when things start getting sketch, bro. Look at this, bro. The woman in the dress is getting closer to her. And so here's where Ira shows up to Momo. And Momo decides to go with Ira. And so Arise brung her to a warehouse. And then Ira's friends just start jumping her. They look at them. They're on top of Momo. They grab her arms. Those are some ride or die friends. And then here comes Ira. And she's like, burn, you demon! Burn! Burn! I was like, what the frick is going on here? Get that joint off me! She grabs her eyes, friend, and just kills them. Dead in the dirt. And her eyes like, darn you! And darn your wings! Time for plan B. She pulls out the heavenly object, slams it on her face. That's when Okarun's finally showed up. And he's like, Momo, run! Acro Silky's here and she's like, finally, Ira, I've been waiting for you for so long. All right, so Okarun tries to fight her back, but that's when she grabs Okarun and just starts eating on it. And then Momo's like, no, give my boy back. The monster's like, hell no. Bang! Throws her into a wall. And then Okarun gets fully gobbled up. And then she just starts lifting up Ira. And we learned that when Ira was a little girl, she called her mommy. And the monster was so happy. So she's like, call me mommy again. Do it now, please. And she's like, do it. You better freaking do it. It's my duty to rid monsters like you. Ira, dear, what did you say? You heard me loud and clear. You turned her against me. I didn't want to do that, but I had to do it. I had to. And now I'm gonna slaughter you. So you're sorry. Piss off. Ah, you want to like that, huh? Then I'm gonna squeak you around. Freak you. Say it again. Say it again. I dare you. She starts slamming her into buildings. Right here, Akrosuki's like, go on, call me mommy. If you do, I'll forgive you. I'm waiting. And she's like, say it, god dang it, say it, say it. Momo's like, piss off. And so Momo just gets eaten and gobbled up. All right, so here's where Turbo Granny steps up. Turbo Granny's like, you know what happened? When you swallowed Momo, you swallowed her hair. And there's a lighter inside your stomach. Get burned up, bitch. So now, Akrosuki is forced to spit up Okarun and Momo. Oh my god, Ira's dead. Right here's where Silky's like, y'all stole my little Ira from me, and y'all gonna die. So she starts throwing pillars at them. Silky's got a huge vendetta against Momo. He comes up out of nowhere and just boom, sends her flying. So now Okarun has to solo squad. But dude, look at the way she's moving. Bro, how's she supposed to beat that? Boom, she just kicks him straight into the face. Okarun has got himself folded. But here's where we learned that Akrosuki got her hair twisted into the pillar. Momo says yeah, I planned this. Akrosuki's like, man, you didn't plan nothing. Boom, she just starts going crazy, kicking all the pillars. And Momo's like, Okarun, I need you to go all out and destroy her. I can't. I don't know how to throw a punch. Huh? Momo's like, is this my hubby? All right, but at the last second, Okarun does it. Throws a punch with his head. Boom. That's crazy. Dude, that was wicked. Good job, Okarun. That's when Granny comes out and is like, boy, that was trash. And then she kicks him in the head. They found a golden ball. Congratulations, Okarun. You got one of your nuts back. That's when Turbo Granny's like, this girl is dead. And was like, oh, hell no. All right, so right here is where they try to bring Ira back to life. So Momo and Ken try to give her CPR. But that's when Akrosuki comes back. And then she just rips her mouth open. That's when we get the saddest anime backstory ever. Can't even joke about it, bro. So basically, this woman right here was doing everything in her power to live a good life with her daughter. And man, look at her daughter, bro. She's so cute. So they like dance, you know, they do some dance moves. Ooh, look at the moves. But that's when the mafia shows up. They knock out the mother and take her daughter. And so this was Akrosuki's origin story. And then after getting a hug, Akrosuki disappears. And right now, everyone's just slurping. And Momo's like, you know what, Ira? I don't want to be friends with you, but I don't want to be enemies either. Let's make up. And Ira's like, shut up, you demon. However, Okarun, even though you're a demon, you risked your life to save me. I did what anyone would. If someone's in trouble, I saved them right away. That's a good sign. Whatever hold Momo's got on you, I swear I'll free you from it. Ira smiles into the camera. And look at Momo. She's like, what was that? She's not gonna try to steal my hubby, is she? Oh, I'm totally gonna steal her hubby. That demon and his balls are mine. All right, so right here's where we run the operation for Okarun to get his balls back. Yeah, boy. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, why they throwing the ball like that? Oh.